Leo, it's your girl Merce, the Big Body Pens. Run tell them, the Big Body High Priestess, somebody come see this. I popped in to do your reading for the month of January. To see this full reading, click the link in my bio and subscribe to my YouTube. You will find part 2 of this reading on tier 1 of my Patreon. So boom. I really feel like it takes you a few times to get something together, but you keep your spirits high, you keep them up, you know, heavy on the really feeling like you need someone to come to your rescue. And so you kind of got to check in with yourself this year to make sure that you never forget that you have the ability to save yourself. Heavy on the getting back to how you used to be, aging backwards even. I would even go as far as to say aging backwards. Heavy on the realizing that you spent your younger years worrying about shit that really doesn't matter. And so enjoying yourself now, enjoying your youth. You still have a lot of life to live. You still feel young at heart. I really feel like you're really feeling like getting back to being natural. The thing about being natural, bare face, your natural hair, less is more. Heavy on the less is more. Classic, clean, simple. These are things that you want to explore. You want your face everywhere. You want to be known on all platforms. You want to make sure that you dominate all fields, dominate all arenas, dominate all platforms. All 2022. I really feel like you are prepared for this to be your best year yet. Or you are preparing for this to be your best year yet. You're going to make sure that it is. A lot of new growth, a lot of healthy growth, a lot of new growth. You're going to see the synchronicities everywhere if you're not already. I really feel like you shock someone, you confuse someone, you tell someone that you want them, you tell someone that you love them, you tell someone that you'll never love anyone else like them, or you'll never move on from them, or you always want to be with them. Meanwhile, you will drop them like a bad habit if it makes you sick, if it makes you sad, if it lowers your vibration. You choose yourself no matter what. That shit's sexy. Somebody loves that about you. That shit's sexy. I don't care how I feel about you. If it's unhealthy for me, I will choose me. I really feel like at one point in time, you really thought you needed someone. You really felt like you needed someone. You still may even have moments of feeling this way. You really do. You really may have moments of feeling like you need someone to come to your rescue. You need someone to want to be with you, commit to you. You need a partner in order to reach a certain level of success. So when you think of success, you equate partnership with it. You don't see yourself alone standing at the top. Let's pray. Holy Spirit, ancestors, guardian angel, spirit guide, spirit animal, source, God, universe. Please allow me to tap in with my Leos, sun, moon, rising, Venus, Mercury, and North Node to see what messages you have for them for the month of January. Please protect this space from any negative energies and only allow energies of love and light to enter. Ashe, thank you, Spirit. So I want to pull a card for your career. I want to pull a card for your creativity. I want to pull a card for how you feel spiritually this month. I want to pull a card for your love life. And I want to pull a card for all of the closest connections in your life. And at the bottom of the deck, I want to see what's going on with your budget. Surprise, surprise. Aquarius got the same exact card in the same exact spot for your budget, how you are taking care of your finances. Alright, so boom. Aizan, I think that's how you say it. Miracles came out for your career. I really do like this energy. I really feel like for a lot of you, you think that you have reached the pinnacle of your career. Um, or you really can't see just yet how much better it gets than this. You know you want more. You know that you're still working harder than you want to work. You may have had tremendous success up until now, but now realizing that you're working harder than you really wanted to work, and that needing to change. Page of Swords out here in reverse. I just feel like there is a lot more that you need to learn, a lot more you need to study. I really feel study about, heavy on the schooling, heavy on your work being intricate. There being a lot to it, a lot of details, a lot of little things to tend to that I really feel like you want to step away from. Hold that intention if that's really what you want to do. But I also feel like don't be afraid to do your homework. You know, I was talking about this in Aquarius's reading, I think it was, because it's this energy. And I even mentioned you. I even said you may be dealing with a Leo because, you know, you really tend to shy away from things that you're not naturally good at, things that you don't naturally understand. Heavy on the testing yourself this year, really challenging the idea that you don't learn a certain way, or you can't pull something off, or you can't be successful at something because you don't have a certain level of experience, or you don't have a certain level of education. There is going to be a complete shift in your career, or the beginning. I'm going to legit say there's going to be a complete shift in your career this month. It's going to happen very quickly because it's going to set the tone nice and early for what the year will look like. As far as your creativity goes, I love this. UCG, live out loud. Live out loud. I really love this because I just feel like there is so much freedom. I feel music, dancing, heavy on the war music, music that really triggers the soul, heavy on the cultural music. I don't really know what this is. You listening to it, you getting inspired by it, or you creating it. Music being a really big one out here. So heavy on you creating it, or you channeling through this, being really intuitive, heavy on a lot of divine messages coming to you through music. I also just really feel like it's therapeutic to you. It's nurturing to your soul. As far as I really feel like being mother, gentle parenting, nurturing yourself, kind of really supporting yourself when you start to create and you get discouraged, being like, just keep going, really telling yourself this. And I really feel like you monopolize on your creativity. You find ways to get paid from your creativity. You find ways to explore creative ways to explore new platforms to get paid on. I feel like you make every area of your life tie into one another, which I absolutely love. In regards to spiritually, I really feel like this soul for this Umbokumo card is out here, soul forgiveness. So I really feel like there is something that you are still working on. You are still working on forgiving a masculine, forgiving your father, a masculine energy of some sort, for tossing you away, for neglecting you, for casting you aside, banishing you, pretending you don't exist somehow. You and your children, even for some of you. you and your 2 children out here, even for some of you, or this is you needing to work on forgiving some of you feel betrayed by someone who has had children. Someone went and had 2 children on their own. You have not forgiven them for. There's a lot of soul work to do. Outside of the connection with you, they went and had children. Someone struggles to forgive someone for. But also, I just feel like being abandoned being abandoned as a child. There is still some work to work through from being abandoned as a child. Someone was given up somehow, put up for adoption, put in the system somehow. I really feel like it's the really honoring the way that you have thrived, the way that you have become successful, the way that you are confident, or this is just a mask. You're realizing that it's just a mask. You're taking the mask off to really be honest about where you are vulnerable, where you are wounded, where you need support, where you're just not as comfortable and as confident as people think you are, and that in itself makes you even more inspiring because of the way that people see you. You can't get away from it. There also is something about forgiving a masculine for casting you aside, away somehow. Also forgiving yourself for shunning someone and their children, for shunning someone who had children. I care about you, but I can't forgive you. I don't want to see you or your fucking kids. That energy. I don't know why I keep saying that, but forgiving someone for the way that they did you and your babies, the way that they did you, the way that they did you, the way that they trigger your inner child. There's a lot happening for you spiritually around that. A lot coming up from the past. A lot of forgiveness. Forgiveness being your word to really meditate on for your spiritual health, mental, emotional, spiritual health this month. In regards to love, Queen Mother Nanny is out here. 5 of Wands, an extra card popped out, so I'm going to honor it. The 5 of Wands and the Judgment card popped out. I really feel like waking up and choosing violence, not giving a shit. I refuse to be silent. Heavy on the liberation. I also, that's for some of you. For some of you, this literally has to do with someone you're not in a relationship with, but you love this way. You want to be romantically involved in, or be romantically involved with. Have you on liberating yourself from this person, not being afraid to speak up, seeking freedom. I'm finally free. I'm not under your thumb. Someone makes you be really judgmental. Someone makes you make poor decisions, or this is how you feel. You give your power away to them and then say, they made me do it. No. And so that's for some of you. For others of you, you're freer than ever, and someone is really jealous of you because of it. Someone sees you as their competition, someone that you view as a partner, as a potential lover, or your lover, your love interest. Someone, they view you as competition. There is always a power struggle, no matter what. I also really feel like because some of you could be dealing with an Aquarius, because having on this energy of put some respect on my name. I'm investing in you. I'm prepared to invest in you. Doesn't have to be an Aquarius, but for some of you it is. And this is how you feel with the collective. You have a love relationship. This legit feels like romantic love is what I'm pulling on, and so like with multiple people, with the collective somehow. Anyway, when it comes to the energy around you and your closest connections, Marie Laveau is out here, good juju. I just feel like you have put in a ton of work, being there, being supporting others, being a blessing to your community somehow, your tribe, your village, your family, and I just feel like the connections are blessed. I feel like this is a time of people wanting to support you, people honoring you, wanting to give you your flowers. You being really dependable, and people People finding a way to reciprocate that, people wanting to reciprocate that, people wanting you to people wanting to you to know and to feel that they are grateful for you. You've accumulated good karma somehow in your deeds. I also really feel like no one's rushing you. Everyone knows that they have to be patient with you, that you will move on your own pace, or this is you. You're not forcing anyone to move faster than, move faster or move on your time. You're allowing people to kind of take their time to reach whatever conclusions they need to reach, but and really holding faith that they're dependable, that they'll be there, and people knowing that you're dependable, that you'll always be there for them. Um, I love the energy. In regards to money, budgeting, taking care of your responsibilities, planning. Lung Bubby Susie is out here. Shame. There needing to be some root chakra work done in regards to this, because there still really is a lot of shame based on the decisions that you make, making poor decisions. I ain't never lie, and this exact same shit fucking happens in Aquarius's reading, because Long Bubby Susie was out here. And I did the same thing in Aquarius' reading, and I said, look at the red, look at the root chakra. And then I just pulled this card to clarify, and she's in all red. I said the same exact thing to Aquarius. So heavy on the being intentional, working with the color red. Someone has been really lazy in regards to keeping up with their receipts. Really, dotting their I's and crossing their T's. Penny pitching. Someone, wants to live like royalty. Meanwhile, like, their version of it isn't real royalty. You're spending money like someone who's never had it. That type of energy. And I'm not saying this to shame you further. I'm saying this because we want you to build a healthier relationship with money. Discipline being a really big one, but I really want you to be intentional with wearing the color red, working with the color red. Like, she's literally in red, head to toe. Her hair is red and everything. Be intentional working with the color red. Truly. Eating red candles. I wanted to say orange because, but I just feel like it's because somebody's been working with the color orange, or like someone has really felt called to it, or has been doing this inner child work, or maybe you need to work with both. Even in this card for your creativity, it's giving a bunch of orange and reds to me. Yeah, red candles, red crystals, red food. Be intentional on whatever it is that you do. Red lipstick, red nail polish, whatever. I also really feel like it's important for you to pay. It's important for you to pay attention to the things that you absolutely need to spend money on or want to. Not compromising spending money on your look if you need to look a certain way for work. If this is part of how you make your money, is your aesthetic, honor that. Like, cut corners where you can cut corners. Draw back where you can draw back. Reel it in where you can, but don't cut corners where you absolutely should not be making any compromises or any sacrifices. Self-care is still important. Doing the things that make you feel really good is still important. Don't forget that. Don't lose sight of that. Anyway, I'm going to leave this here. I'm going to continue this over on Patreon, tier 1 of Patreon, to pull more cards, dig a little deeper, get more information on this reading. Everything you need to know about me is in the description box below. If you would like to book a reading with me, follow me on my IG or my Patreon. Find out my music, everything you need to know. I love you. It's your girl Mercy, the Big Body Benz. Run, tell them, the Big Body High Priestess. Somebody come see this. Peace.